ordinances,
So you're
though.
good?
Yeah, so we're good for them, okay.
Wanda, you got water slide. I know Chantel's back there too.
Yeah, I got water slide and the short-term rental thing. All I wanted to do with the water slide, I just wanted some information, basically. During this, meeting, we talked about, a different, maybe a possible, location, possibly the North Beach. So I guess what I want is some kind of, if we could have some opinions, I'm sure we have a lot of opinions floating around here. If that would be a possibility for someone, and if it is a possibility, then from Bubba, would it require a proposal or something for the person, for a proposal to be written for this space to be rented, I guess? Would that have to go out to bid? I wanna know the process so that I can talk to some people that have asked me about it. So,
If you all have a piece of public property that isn't the park, and I say that because there's a whole set of different rules for a park, that you want to consider allowing someone to lease for amusement purposes, there's a way to make that happen. It would have to be done either by sealed bids or auction. And they have to agree to indemnify the city. There's specific terms that would have to be in there. It could be no more than 5 years at a term. I mean, you all could set it at 1 year and rebid or whatever. I think somebody, I don't know that it's necessarily a good idea to limit the amusement to water slides as opposed to amusement recreational type devices or something. And I don't know, you might have room for more than one slide and maybe something else. And,
merry-go-round.
I don't know how much room's over there, but it'd be nice to have something designating the size and location of the area.
so it would be, a proposal for a lease, of this public property for amusement purposes. That's what you're saying, without being specific with water slide, Ferris wheel, or whatever.
Right, I mean, the goal is to
Okay.
get competition to
Yes.
bring the highest and best use as y'all see it.
Okay, I guess what I'm asking is if anyone objects to that public property. I've gone over there and looked at it, walked it off, measured it. There is a lot of room there. That it would take up some parking spaces. But if you wrote this proposal as part of that, whatever we do for special events or people that come out here to film it, whatever, would be considered, the right amount for paying for those parking spaces, in that proposal. That would need to be in there, correct?
Well, that would.
No, or that would just be a part of leasing that piece of
Correct.
property.
And we could reject it, we could say, hell, we'll make 10 times that for parking. We're good.
No, you don't wanna be giving this away. I mean, you,
Well, yeah, yeah.
That was my concern. If we're gonna put this up for grabs, I'm sorry, Marty, you were first. Go ahead.
I think we ought to, let the public know we're considering this. I think. it
Well,
be
you would
good to
have, the RFP would be
think we
put
just
out
did,
there,
didn't
and
we,
we
Kelly?
just, and you have to have hearing or votes on it.
Okay,
Okay, on that piece of property over there.
now are you gonna say that I?
Catherine's
I
already
said
been
that
talked, she
wrong?
think, her business is sitting right there. She thinks it's a great idea.
So you wanna get bids next week?
Well, I had a conversation with Angela and Melissa, how long it would take to get something like this ready. It wouldn't take, because it's not like you're bidding on a construction project.
Right.
But you're not gonna do it without having it on an agenda and let people know what's going on. The residents over there are way on the other side of that parking lot.
I understand that. I didn't raise that
And Lighthouse
question.
across the
I
street
didn't
has got
raise that
special
question
events.
Because I don't know where the residents are. I asked it exactly the way I wanted to ask it. Do you you think we should have hearings for the residents on this?
It's gonna be on an agenda when we vote on it.
Okay,
What would be on the agenda exactly?
The proposal itself to approve the
To put
bid.
it out for
To
bid.
put it out for bid. I
Oh,
think
yeah, to
that-
put it out
The
for bid.
RFP.
Okay,
would we have
that,
a map of the area that we're talking about?
Well,
have to.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have asked someone to, well, yeah, we would have to have.
Monty, I think that would satisfy what you're saying.
Well, you would have to. You'd have to have a
I'm not
map.
in a rush on this, I guess. I'm not, it's like the funding for nonprofits. I agree
Well-
with the idea, but I'm not, I wanna do it right, and I'm not, you know, and I realize it would be best to get it done for this season, but at the same time, I don't wanna come up on June, the rides are installed, and we don't know who's paying the electricity or where they're getting it from.
Well, that's all a part, that'll be part of the plan, the site plan, the
Would it?
proposal.
Okay.
It would have to
I don't know,
be.
I don't know.
I mean, because I've asked those questions
Okay,
to
but
All right,
some
like-
people.
bottom line
I'd
is,
like to see the proposal.
Well, you
okay?
would have to.
Okay.
It would
we'd have to
yeah.
vote on
Okay,
that.
all right.
Because I was thinking when she was
Yeah,
describing it, that we
absolutely.
would vote on it after the bids came back.
Oh, no,
But it
I'm
would be
sorry.
at the beginning.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
think
no,
we need to,
no,
yeah.
we would have to have this, you're up
And that
front,
would be-
absolutely.
right, yeah.
Paul, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, as we move, if we're going to move forward with this, I think we need a very clear definition of what the area we're talking about is. We need to have that, if not surveyed, at least a scale drawing of it on a plat. We need to know exactly how much parking is going to be lost and what the revenue from that would be on an annual basis. And be sure that whatever bid we get is at least that much or more. And, we need to, as Lois pointed out, we need to know where they're gonna get their electricity and their water.
We need to notify the Marine Science Center.
Well, yeah, and the Shrine Club and the museum
yeah, and
folks and the Historical Society.
Well, the thing with, Bub, I like the, instead of having like a 5-year, a 1-year, you know, a 1-year thing. Renewable, and that way, it's not, it's, when the Marine Science Center gets out and they're ready to build, it's not like, you know, maybe it doesn't work there. You see what I mean? So,
Although, congratulations for bringing this forward. If there's any place on the island that water slide would work, that's it.
That's what I thought with the scale. too, just saying.
Well, no, I understand. No, that's cool.
If
I
I
was
can
there,
say,
Jason.
Diane, go ahead.
I was right there
well,
with you.
Bert's been doing the surveying over there, and we're gonna, and he's supposed to do an updated survey for our restrooms. What we could do is ask him to do a legal description for that, help us with a legal description and put it on the map, because if we have, whoever we have a lease with will have to have a legal description of where it's at. So that's just a given, we gotta take care of that. As far as figuring out what the parking revenue is, we do it by meters, and so, you know, someone could pay a meter each side and park over there. My experience as far as that being used is more of an overflow for the buses, when we have buses that come. The only time that it's really full is, when we have the Scadards is there, it's full, and, Memorial Weekend, and then, the 3rd and 4th of July
But it's
weekend.
pay and display, isn't it, used also?
It's pay and display, but what I'm saying is you
It
can't
doesn't get
attribute, you could look at the revenues in that area, but because
That spot's
that
unique.
spot is the last place that people park.
Okay.
So you don't really know unless you wanna just look at the area and calculate how many, cause we don't have parking
That
stops
was
there.
my thinking is, well, I thought we did.
Just
but
come up with
we
your best
should.
guess.
Yeah,
Well, we use it.
what would an average parking space bring on an annual basis in that, given those circumstances, and you can tweak it?
Well,
because
what I
it's
could do, I tell you what I can do is we can count the number of parking spaces and calculate if we have parking stops. The reason why we didn't do it is we need a place for buses. We have a lot of buses come up there and we don't want them parking and using our parking space, so it will impact that. What we can do is count the parking spaces plus that area, which reasonable parking spaces would be if we had designated parking spaces, and then look at our revenue and just know, and then divide it by how many parking spaces we have, and that'll give you an idea of what a parking space is worth in that area.
And before-
Understanding though, that particular area is the last place to park, but when we need it, we need it.
Okay, and before this goes anywhere else, let's be sure the Marine Science Center knows we're looking at this. Maria will.
Don't want a
follow
special
that.
sidewalk by it.
yeah, I think she already,
Well,
Sorry.
I think
if
she
she
already did,
doesn't,
but I
at least
will.
just give her a courtesy call.
All I really wanted from, like, to bring it up today was, is it, from this, from you, is can I be talking to Diane
Yes.
and about the details and with Bubba and all that to start a process. And then before we do the proposal, it would go on a, city council agenda before the RFP is written.
Approve the RFP.
We would approve the RFP.
Right.
I also would just use a suggestion, I don't know who would do this, but I think the mistake made last time by the person who wanted this was they didn't go around and the neighbors found out when they saw the little thing go up saying water slide, and I'm like, what is going on there? I don't know who that would be, I don't know if it'd be Brent or somebody, to avoid problems down the road, that's all I'm saying.
I don't see those problems this time, like,
I didn't know
obviously that
last
was
time.
Brent's
Okay,
fault.
Well, it's commercial and commercial for the most part, so.
Okay, so a proposal cannot be written without council's approval? Or can we bring up a proposal to council, and if council has any objections to anything
We can
in
amend it.
there, they can, we
Well,
can
that's what we
amend
did
it?
with the, when we did the
The
RFP for
Okay.
the, city hall, for the bathrooms.
Yeah.
We brought that all to y'all,
yeah.
cause we wanted to make sure that.
Okay,
you
well,
might
that's what
wanna
I
have
thought
something
Let's
on,
do
just
it.
to outline the
Okay.
draft.
But I
Monty?
think that RFP and the other ones went through like an infrastructure for public safety before it came to us.
It just
No,
went right to
yeah.
council.
I'm good.
Okay, well, that's all I wanted with that.